What's up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Sohile Ali Show, the only podcast hosted by a comedian. That's a joke, obviously. Every podcast is hosted by a comedian, even the Joe Rogan podcast, if you can believe it. How you doing? Hope you've been well. Today is Monday, October 13th, 2025, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you're just getting started with a brand new week, and I hope things have been going your way. And if they haven't been, you tell me who's been causing you trouble. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do to them, but let's just say you may not hear from them for quite some time. So that's the kind of friend I am to you, my friend. So welcome. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It's the button with the little thumbs up icon on it. And if you have a thought or something you want to share, feel free to do that in the comment section below. And if you want to stay updated with all future episodes or anything else I post on my channel, you can hit that subscribe button on this channel. And you can even hit that bell icon to stay updated with all future episodes. So I appreciate you tuning in. Let's go ahead and tell you what I plan on talking about today. And it's going to be hopefully an interesting discussion. You know, I try to make these entertaining. I try to make these fun, engaging. Some might even hope. And usually what we do is we pick a few trending topics or headlines from throughout the week, and we react to them. We riff on them. We find the comedy. We find the humor in our lives because sometimes you just need it. I think all the time you need it, but certainly for the next 30 minutes or so, I hope to provide that. So the first headline here, of course, is Trump calling for the jailing of Chicago's mayor and Illinois' governor because he's just that much of an overachiever. We're going to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters. Have you guys seen this show? K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. I guess it's a movie, actually. It's a movie. It's become Netflix's most streamed movie of 2025. We're going to talk about that and potentially get me to watch it because I still have not seen it. And if I'm not watching the most watched movie on Netflix, I mean, what am I even watching? You know what I mean? Am I rewatching The Rehearsal on HBO Max? You goddamn right I am. I do. Sue me, okay? I like watching things I've seen. It's familiar and it's comforting, okay? I like to do it. So we'll talk about those two. We're gonna talk about OpenAI because they are enforcing it. No, I think the last episode we talked a lot about AI and Sora 2, and I really want to discuss a little bit about this more in a way. So the headline is OpenAI hits a valuation of $500 billion, which I'm sure is just going to be just fine for humanity. So we'll do those three. I think, we talked about those two. Yeah, we'll start probably with those three and then see what comes up. I try to pluck out headlines throughout the week to kind of talk about, but I'll be honest with you guys, news moves so fast. I don't need to tell you guys that, but it just moves so fast that sometimes something that I'm like, oh, that's interesting on Wednesday is like, what are you talking about by today? So anyway, we'll start with one and see where we go. After we do the headlines, I will tell you all how I've been. I'll share a little weekly recap of what I was up to this past week. And hopefully, I'll share that with you all. And then I'd probably pitch a new joke or something like that, maybe a new sketch or stand-up idea. And then I will promote any upcoming shows I have, which you can always find on my website, which is sohile.com/shows. Appreciate you. So, man, let's do this first one here. So Trump calls for jailing Chicago mayor and Illinois governor. In a blistering escalation, Trump demanded the incarceration of Chicago's mayor Brandon Johnson and Illinois governor J.B. Pritzker over their resistance to his deployment of National Guard troops and immigration enforcement. Yeah, so, I mean, listen, when things aren't going your way, Trump calls for the jailing of Chicago mayor and Illinois governor. Because as everyone who's good at negotiating and making deals knows, if people aren't agreeing to what you want, just put them in jail. I mean, this approach did give us one of the greatest chants from the 2016 campaign run, right? Lock her up. And I mean, I never did speech and debate in high school, admittedly. I was a little bit more involved with the Science Olympiad and robotics teams. Thank you very much. Second place, most of the events. And I was never really in a speech and debate, so I didn't really know or learn about kind of techniques on arguing or creating your case or trying to get, your point across. But I have to imagine calling for your opponent to be jailed is pretty high up there on the list of things that we teach high school students. I mean, it's just a good idea. I mean, you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to counterpoint to them. You could just send them to jail. Dude, that'd be my first option every time. I don't agree with you. Neither do I. Okay, let's have a conversation where I have to think of talking points and have evidence and find sources with data. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll put you in jail. How about that? And lock the key and throw it away. Ha, ha, ha. Never to hear from them again. It's a good idea. I mean, there should be whole governments kind of structured around this idea. Why aren't they doing that? Why don't they just have one guy in charge and then whatever he says goes? If he doesn't like what someone says, put him in jail. You don't have to hear from them. What a great idea. Has anyone thought of this? Has anybody thought of it? I'm sorry, what? Sorry, I'm getting a page from my producer. What was that? Oh, what is it? That's gross, man. What is it? Oh, dictatorship. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look into that. Thank you. I guess it exists. I don't know. But yeah, that's classic in the Trump rule book, baby. You don't like them, you don't have to look at them. You don't have to see them. You just slide the bars and take out a cartoonish key, toss it or swallow it like the cartoons do. But so yeah, that's what's going on with Trump for the most part. They did a lot this week though. They did broker like a Middle Eastern peace deal, a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, which not for nothing. That's pretty cool. I do think Trump did think he was supposed to get the Nobel Peace Prize though, right? Excuse me, has a, sorry, it's gross. This guy's picking his nose on the podcast. Hey, it's fine. It's mostly audio. No, we got a lot of watchers. We do okay. Trump like brokered this ceasefire deal, right, between Israel and Hamas, like middle of the week. And they announced the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize on Friday. It went to the Venezuelan political fighter and the woman. And Trump was like, yeah, it should have been me. It should have been. Did you see what a job I did this week? I think he thinks the Nobel Committee just looks at like what's been happening the last 48 hours, right? Like imagine every award just looks at how you performed just for the last 2 days before they give it to you. NBA MVP. You got a guy off the bench who just has a crazy fire last 2 weeks of the regular season. MVP, Johnny Furphy. Welcome, brother. Great job. Great job on that dunk. What about freaking Shea, who had an amazing regular season? Last 2 days, remember? We just looked at the last 2 days, and that's how every award goes. And that, I mean, if Trump had his way, lock up who you don't like, and just look at the last 2 days before you give me an award for the whole year. I had a good 2 days. 363 of those days, who's counting? Who can keep track of what I did for most of the year? It's just look at the 2 days. That's really what's going on here, right? I don't know. This stuff, it moves so fast and it's all just kind of becomes a big blur. But it is fun to kind of dissect a little bit. So hopefully you're enjoying dissecting it or at least finding some humor in it. And I appreciate you, letting me talk that through with you. You hear that voice crack? That's how emotional this stuff gets me. But I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about this story. Trump, Illinois governor, Pritzker, Chicago mayor, all of it. Feel free to leave a comment below or send a message. We can, keep this talk going, baby. We're keeping it going. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about AI. Everybody's favorite tool that everybody loves to just complain about all day long. Current company not excluded. Okay, so the headline is OpenAI valuation hits $500 billion. That's billions with a B for the Breaking Bad fans. Shout out to Mitchell. OpenAI valuation hits $500 billion. Sam Altman doubles down on Asia deals. OpenAI just pulled off a secondary share sale valuing the company at roughly $500 billion. Meanwhile, Sam Altman is aggressively signing deals across Asia, expanding its global ambitions. Okay, so clearly, things are looking really great for OpenAI. Everybody who works at OpenAI, I'm sure, is having a great time with their stock shares, and they're at the company where they're in the rooms where it's all happening. It's a regular high-tech Hamilton going on there. But the one industry that is safe from AI is AI, right? AI is every other industry. I think I've heard it from everybody I interact with. I think I've heard it from people in HR talking about how people just use AI to write their applications, and we use AI to read the applications. So nobody's reading Jack, right? Poor Jack. He's a qualified candidate too. They should read his application. Keep fighting, Jack. We believe in you. It's Twitter's Jack. Remember it's what was his name? Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Jack sell the freedom of speech off to a nitwit. What was it? Whatever. But the idea is, everywhere I've heard it. I was at hit my wrist. I was at Constellation. They're a local. They do plays and productions here in town, and they were talking about, because we're doing a little play thing, putting up posters of our shows, and it makes sense because the guy was like, I spent so much time on these posters. You're probably gonna get something made from AI, if anything. And you could just feel like there was a little bit of like tension in the room. But if you think about it, it's like, yeah, man, this guy's not gonna take time to make like 15 freaking Photoshop movie posters by hand. All right, it just takes too much time. I mean, if they had a graphic designer or something, like someone dedicated to that, sure. But at the same time, he was like, I also just have other stuff to do, so I'm gonna use AI. And it was crazy to hear that in like an arts field. These are actors and directors and playwrights and costume designers. And then he just, we'll use AI. And I was like, damn, dude, ain't nobody not using AI, right? I mean, at this point, like I think not my grandma in particular, I haven't asked my grandma if she uses AI. My grandma basically just watches TV. She's still on cable news. She's not really even on social media. Except for Truth Social. My grandma is big on Truth Social. She retruths a lot. She's an Afghan woman in her 80s and doesn't have a Facebook, but she has a Truth Social. She's keeping up with her man, Hannity. But I think at this point, any person I interact with, like whether it's at work, my friends, family, the local arts community, I think at this point it's safe to say everybody is using AI, right? So the question is, what else can we use it for? No, it's. I mean, everyone's using it. It's like I use it. I help myself with work with it. I honestly use it to help organize jokes sometimes. I do. Like you'll punch in all your notes and your setup punchline tag structure, and you just kind of punch it in. It's like, just polish it up. Where are the typos? Where are the fat I can cut, Just try it that way. I'm not asking it to create jokes. I'm telling it, here's my joke. I want you to, polish it up. So anyway, everyone's using AI clearly because OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, hit a valuation of $500 billion. Has any company ever had a valuation of $500 billion? I'm just gonna look this up. Highest valuated. I mean, I'm sure like Apple and stuff are like trillions. Oh, Nvidia, obviously. Nvidia. Yeah. Okay. All right. They're in the trillions. Excuse me. But right now, Nvidia has a market cap of $4.459 trillion. That's trillion with a T. Why does billion sound like more than trillion? Am I the only one? Because million, yeah. Billion, whoa. Trillion. I don't even think we can barely comprehend billion. That's like, it's barely, we're not even really understanding billion. But then you ask someone to think about trillion and it's like, what? Huh? It goes back to null again. It just breaks. I think it's just like a number where you're just like, yeah, sure, good one, dude. Trillion, huh? It's like, what? I think because the only person close to that is Elon, right? What's his current net worth? The first article when I look up Elon net worth is Elon Musk is proof that money really can't buy you happiness. Damn. Elon Musk's net worth is around 500 billion. So he's halfway to a trillion. The world's richest man is only halfway to a trillion. What is a trillion? Why are we even, what? After a billion, does it even matter anymore? How many banks is it breaking? Okay. But so, and he's doing deals with Asia, of course, getting more money, more investment. The Saudis are in there, I'm sure. The Saudis want to put on a comedy festival. They're certainly in AI. They just bought EA. They're buying all the acronyms, okay? No one's safe. EA, the WNBA, they don't know what it's about yet. They just like buying acronyms, okay? They're gonna be mad when they find out. They're what? And they're without. That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, I don't know. It's here. We're using it. It's here. Be careful. Be careful what you do, what you don't do, and how you do it, because this stuff is, it's here to stay, baby. It is here to stay, and I'll tell you, I will pat myself on the back. Last week, I sent a letter in the mail. I did. I got a card and an envelope, and I had to Google how to write a card or how to write a letter. I had to Google this. And I found a picture, and I'm in the parking lot of the post office because I have to mail it. I don't have stamps. And I'm making sure I know exactly where to. I think the last time I wrote a letter was in first grade. I wrote a letter to Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, who's from Muncie, Indiana. And I do think he wrote back to me, but it may have been from his office with just his autograph as a stamp. In any case, that's the last time I wrote a letter. So it'd been a while, so I really don't know how to do it. So I had to look it up. Okay, your stuff top left, them in the center, stamp goes top right, perfect. Lick it, get the toxins, seal it, and I go to the post office and I buy one stamp for what, 78 cents? Stamp collectors, comment below what kind of stamp. Yo, what are the hot stamps right now, guys? There were Dungeon and Dragon stamps. Guys, they had D&D stamps at the post office. If that's not the most beautiful thing you've ever heard in your life, I don't know what to tell you guys. Dungeons and Dragons stamps. That is the two, if autism was two Venn diagrams, just boom, right there, right in the middle. Hey, I played some D&D in high school and in college. Hell yeah, man. What were we playing? Campaign edition 5 or 6. Shout out to my boy Ethan, best DM in the game. We were playing that, dude. We didn't have stamps because we weren't that much of a, anyway. But it was beautiful. I loved seeing it. I loved seeing the stamps. I'll be honest with you guys. They had stamps for Black History Month. A little late. No, they had Dungeon and Dragon stamps, and they had something else. They had all these cool stamps. I was like, whoa! In a little glass case that you can look at, and you're going, God, that's beautiful. You know. What? That's art. A designed stamp is art. And then they had a section that was like AI stamps. And I was like, oh, no. But I got a stamp, I mailed, and I sent it off. And it felt good. It felt good to do something with my hands, pause, and just mail that out, write it, seal it, something physical, something tangible. I mean, we make so much content online. It's all just digital. It's all just the next swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. I don't know. I get it, dude. I wish I could garden. I wish I was talented in that area. I get it now. When someone has a mint garden or a plant that they've worked really hard on, I'm like, dude, that's your kid. You raised a kid. And I freaking posted 10 videos and each of them got barely 100 views. So I guess this is a reminder to future me. Future me, what up? How's it going? Hopefully you got a haircut soon. But try to do things with real people in the real world as best you can, because it makes you feel connected and it makes you feel alive. But don't do drugs and don't do crime because they're illegal. If drugs become legal and crime becomes legal, then have fun. But what fun is crime if it's legal? Come on. Okay. Now, I think that's good on headlines. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my week. I had a bit of an up and down week. So I started the week, as we all do, going to work on Monday. And I had a remarkable, basically a migraine at work. It was so bad, dude, on Monday. So I came home, I took ibuprofen, and I just went to sleep. I took a long nap, maybe like 2 hours. I slept, and I was like, oh my God, and I felt so much better. So that was Monday, still kind of shaking it off. And then Monday we went to get our shots. We got our flu vaccine and our COVID vaccine because we are puppets of the state. And not the current state, puppets of a former state. No. Get your vaccines or don't, whatever you get. I got them. All right, I get them because I like medicine. And modern healthcare, anyway. So we got the vaccines on Monday. And then Tuesday, I woke up and I was like, oh no, it was just off. It was off and I knew it. I stayed home Tuesday, worked from home. And then Wednesday, I was still like, I was still feeling it. Wednesday. I was supposed to be on the show at the Blockhouse, Laura Stockwell's show. I'm sorry, Laura. I had to cancel on that, so I didn't get to go. I was sick. But Thursday, felt like myself. Friday, I was back, baby. I was back. And so just a word from the wise. What is the expression? I don't know these expressions sometimes. Is it word from the wise? Word to the wise. Yeah, it's word to the wise. Why is it word to the wise? To the wisdom, the people with wisdom don't need to hear what the heck you're going to say, dude. Word to the wise. How about you shut up and listen to us? We're the wise ones here. Anyway, if you feel a migraine, go home and sleep it off. Because you have to. So anyway, got better by Thursday. Friday, and this past weekend, we just finished it today. I was a part of Constellation Stage and Screen here in Bloomington. I was part of their playoffs, the annual playoffs they do. It's a fundraiser to raise money for the plays, the productions they do. They raised I think $75,000 so far, which is nuts and awesome. I saw one of their shows back in, I want to say April it was, Maple and Vine. It was amazing. And one of the actors in it, Bobby, was on my team. Shout out to Bobby and my entire team. We had one of the members write a play. Me and two others acted in it. And then we filmed it today on Sunday at the Constellation Playhouse. Super fun. And we had a green screen and it was great. If I get the link, I will share it on all the socials and stuff because it was really fun. But yeah, it was cool, man. Again, it's back to that thing of doing things in person. I got a dry nose, all right? Excuse me. You guys are looking at me like, God, this guy touches his nose a lot. I do. If you had this nose, believe me, you'd get it. But I shouldn't touch it, you're right. It was a great reminder to do things in the community in person. And I shouldn't make sure I was recording this whole time. And to, like I want to act. I love to act, and this was an opportunity to do that, and I saw it, and I did it. And it was really fun, and I met some amazing people that I hope to work with again in the future. And so, yeah, man, it was great, and the fundraising part is the whole reason. So my link is still up. It's on my Facebook, and if y'all want to donate to Constellation through my link, let me know. I'd be happy to share that with you because I think all I got is from my mother. So thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. Nobody else supports me like you, Mom, even monetarily. But no, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so the kickoff meeting was Friday. We went through the play, read through it all. I memorized my lines throughout Saturday, and we did it. We filmed it today on Sunday. But Saturday, man, I got to talk about this, man. Indiana football. Yeah, you know it, baby. You know it. I mean, come on. How fun is it to be an Indiana football fan in 2025 and 2024? Don't ask any other year other than that. This is the only fun we've had in our whole life for Indiana football. So let us enjoy it. Let us enjoy beating number three ranked Oregon on the road. Let us enjoy being ranked number 3, the highest we've ever been ranked. Kurt Signetti, build the statue on Kirkwood. Rename Kirkwood to Kurtwood. He deserves it. It's time. Fernando Mendoza, I love you. I'll see you in the NFL. We'll see you on Sundays. And IU is 6-0. And biggest win in program history. We got to watch that, man. We had a blast. Shout out to Caroline's parents for hosting us. And we had a hell of a time watching that game. IU won. And did I mention that IU won that game? So we enjoyed that very much. So that was a lot of fun, man. I also, last week, put out a new comedy sketch video. Yes, we did on all of the social media channels with myself and my good friend Jillian Burley. She's a very funny comedian, and I got her to be in a sketch with me. Your friends who have AMC's A-list. I had a great time. It did all right. It did well. It did fine. And really glad to have Jillian in the video. So shout out to Jillian. Check out the sketch. It's on all the social media platforms. You already know all the stuff in the description below. And yeah, man, let me just give a quick shout out to what shows I got coming up. So this Sunday, I'll be on the Sunday show in Indianapolis at Black Circle Brewing. It's Sunday, October 19th at 8:00 p.m. at Black Circle. I'll be on the Sunday show. Love that show, man. It's a great vibe, great comedians of Indianapolis putting on this show. And hopefully I see you there. That's it, man. That's the podcast. I want to thank you all so much for taking your time to listen, watch, view, subscribe, what have you. I hope you have a great week. And I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. Hit that bell icon to be notified for all uploads. Have a good one.